Hey guys, Nev here with another video tutorial, and today we're talking about how to use Photoshop for what it is meant or what it is famous to be used. Today we're gonna make this little collage right here. It's more like an advertisement with the little Starbucks thing and the beach in the background. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. For this tutorial, you're going to need the zip file attached in the description below, so go ahead and download that as soon as you can. And we're going to go ahead and open Photoshop, and we're going to start off with making a new file. We're going to make this file a US paper, and we're going to make it tabloid sized, and we're going to press OK. And now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this document onto its side. So you're going to have this portrait mode type of picture, and we're going to want to flip this, and we're going to rotate it. So we're going to go to image and image rotation to either 90 degrees, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to go ahead and get started by placing our background image. The background image has been supplied in the zip folder. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and I save that in the assets folder in my little directory here. We're going to go ahead and place that. Now you're going to see this, it's placed. I'm going to fill up this little white space on the side. To do that, I'm going to press this little chain right here in the middle. What this does, it adds a lot to the aspect ratio on it. So all I have to do is expand it, and it's going to keep the dimension of it without squishing it up. So if I were to turn this off, notice how I squish my dimensions right here. But if I turn it on, it keeps the original aspect ratio without distorting the image whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and click check mark. Now that's been applied. Notice right here in my layers, it's my second layer after the white background. I'm going to go ahead and open one of the pictures that I supplied to you. It's going to be the coffee cup picture. I'm going to do this because what happens is that if I start importing images into this document, it's going to start getting really messy, especially when I'm trying to do a selection tool. So last time we talked about doing selection based on color range. So today we're going to talk about making a selection utilizing the selection brush tool. So I'm going to go ahead and click the selection brush tool. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. They call it quick selection, but it's more like a brush and selecting. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the size of my brush. And I'm going to select all the white around my cup. So see how I'm grabbing the white out of my cup. Notice how I've selected everything, including the lid on the cup. I'm going to click this one right here, this little paintbrush with the subtraction sign on it. It's going to subtract the area that I have selected by accident. And now I just have the white that I want to take out of this image. I'm going to go to layer, and I'm going to go to layer mask, and notice how my layer mask is not available to select or go to any of the submenus. I have to unlock this layer. So I'm going to go ahead and double click the layer on the side that says background, and it has a little lock. Double click it anywhere on there, and then I'm going to press OK, and it's going to unlock the layer. I'm going to go back to my layer, and I'm going to go hide selection. This is going to hide the selection that I just selected. Now I'm just left with the cup. Now all I have to do is duplicate my layer. So I'm going to right click on the side, duplicate layer, and I'm going to send this to my Untitled 1 document. Remember, my Untitled 1 document is the document that I used earlier. Okay, now I'm going to select my layer that I just imported or duplicated from the other file, and again I'm going to hit the little chain right here, this little lock, to lock my aspect ratio. I'm going to turn this down, and I'm going to hit apply, and there we go. Notice I have this little line in there. If you can't see it, I'm going to zoom in. It's a small little line. What I could do, if that bothers you a lot, is I could select my layer, and remember my layer mask right here on the side. If I were to paint black, it's gonna get rid of all the things that are exposed in my layer mask. So I went ahead and got rid of that. It's not perfect, but it's fine. Now, if I go back to my reference image on what we were going to do for this example, you can notice I have a little shadow down here, and then I have the text on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the shadow first, and then we'll do the text in a minute. So we're going to do the shadow the easiest way ever. We're going to create a new layer, and then we're going to grab a paintbrush, and paintbrush is right here. And I'm going to select my brush, make it a little bit bigger. Notice the hardness right here. Hardness makes it either a really solid line or a solid circle, or it's going to make it a soft circle. See, I'm going to do that real quick. Step back. I want to make it a soft circle. So what I'm going to do is take off the hardness and make it to 0. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint over this right here. Okay. And then I am going to make this black stuff, or this black brush that I just painted into behind the cup. So I'm going to go ahead and move the layer, look at my layer right here. I'm going to move the picture below the cup, and now it's behind the cup. Now I'm going to make this blurred out by going to filter. Notice my layer 2, or the layer with the black on it, that's behind the cup and it's currently selected. So I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to blur it out. I'm going to blur it out some more, and that works. Now I could adjust it a little bit by just moving it, and then I feel like that's a little too dark, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the opacity on the top, and I'm going to turn it down just a bit, and that's okay right there. And now I'm going to get to my text. Now think of this as an ad, and think of something that you want to tell people, like, hey, get some coffee. I put coffee anytime, anywhere. The font I used was Impact. So when you go into your fonts, you can look for Impact. I used white because it grabs people's attention. And then I made it align to the right. So I'm going to put coffee. I'm going to make it all caps. Coffee anytime, anywhere. Alright, now I'm just going to align this on the side. And I can make this bigger, I can make this smaller. Whatever you like. I think it looks good right around there. You don't want it too close to the edge, because then it bleeds out and it just looks off with the eye. You just want to be approximate, equal on either side of where the coffee is to the edge of the picture, or wherever the ends of the letters meet the edge. So maybe just a little bit that way, and that looks pretty good. Okay, and that's it. Now we're going to save this file, save as, and we're going to save this as a PDF. Normally, whenever you print a ad, you're going to save it as a PDF. So I'm going to go ahead and save this into my assignment 3 directory, and I'm going to save this as assignment 3. Underscore enough. Underscore version 1. You're going to click save. Okay. High quality print. Save. Yes. And then we're going to wait till this is completely filled out, till it's gone. And that's about it. Now I could go to my assignments folder. Close that. And I could open this up, and it's going to be a PDF with assignment 3 in it. Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.